Welcome to this week's edition of K-Time Seminole Baseball fans. I'm Scott Kodak, inside here at Hauser Stadium. What a great weekend of Seminole baseball coming up as UCF comes in to take on the Noles. That gets us right to our first storyline. It's about a bounce back. We talked about last week in K-Time how the Seminoles needed to bounce back from getting swept by Virginia. Well, they responded about as good as they could respond. They swept Wake Forest here at Hauser Stadium, looked awfully good doing it. The two things especially that stood out, some real clutch hitting, obviously good starting pitching, but the big thing was the bullpen. Gage Smith comes in, does an outstanding job. Bryant Holtman, Robbie Coles, Jameis Winston, you name it. Every single guy that came out of the bullpen did an outstanding job to close things out for Florida State. Obviously a big weekend. Seminoles need to keep up that momentum against the Knights. Your second storyline is the return of Brett Knief to the lineup. He played for the first time in a number of weeks on Sunday after suffering a little bit of a hamstring injury. Came back and was outstanding in that leadoff spot. Went 2 for 4, led off the fourth inning with a double. If you remember back to that game, that's what spurred that big Seminole rally, scoring that many runs in the fourth inning. Having him back in the lineup is a big deal. He can hit lefties and righties just the same, and that's a good thing for the Seminoles to have that as we approach the waning series of the regular season. And your third and final storyline is probably my favorite we've talked about this season, and it's the return of Josh Delph. No, he won't be playing this weekend. Mike Martin did say he might play a little bit against Stetson this coming week down in DeLand, but it's so good to see that young man back. A very unfortunate viral infection put him in the hospital for a few weeks, but he's back. He said he's gained some weight. The thing I like most about Josh Delph is he comes back, always has a smile on his face. You wouldn't know if he's gone 0 for 4 or 4 for 4 at the plate. That same kind of consistency remains throughout. So great to see him back. I know his teammates very excited to see him back in that Seminole dugout. That's going to do it for this week's edition of K-Time Seminole fans. Also, a special congratulations to all the graduates here at Florida State this weekend. I know a great weekend to move on to that next step in your careers. Should have a lot of parents, a lot of families outside here at Hauser Stadium this weekend. Obviously, a great weekend for Florida State baseball. So here inside Hauser Stadium, I'm Scott Kodak. We'll see you next week, Seminole baseball fans.